Well, hello there! Welcome once more to Granulated Kitchen. And if this is your first time stopping by, I would like to say a very warm welcome to you. If you love pineapples, this pineapple upside down cake is probably going to be one of your favorite cakes ever. It's very, very good. I know you would want to try it. Come along with me. First of all, I'm going to cut my pineapple. So I'm using a fresh pineapple today. Sometimes I do use a fresh, but most of the time I actually use pineapple rings in a can. In my previous video, which I'm going to link up here, you see me using pineapples from the can. It is more convenient, easy, faster way for you to make it, but definitely you cannot ignore the fact that most things taste better when they are fresh. So I'm using a pineapple corer to do this. It is a very simple tool to use. And so I'm just screwing it all the way to the bottom. As you saw, I cut the bottom of my pineapple as well, and now I've hit the bottom, so I'm bringing it up, and that is it. Very simple. I have my pineapple rings. At this point they come out in spirals, so yes, you see the bottom, and this is how I actually got this tool, just so I could be making pina coladas. And of course you want to do it the very tropical way and believe that you are somewhere dreaming. So I would use that and have my pina colada in my pineapple instead of just in a glass. So my pineapple has been sliced and the core is inside this little thing here. And so perfect, you have your pineapple rings just like it would have been if I bought a store-bought one in a can. So your pineapple actually comes in a spiral, so it is stuck together, and for you to have your rings you just have to use a knife to cut through, and then you can remove them just like I'm doing. They just come apart once you run the knife through it. These slices are a little bit thicker than the ones you will get from the can, so yay to that. So of course on every slice of cake you're going to get a little bit more pineapple, and I love this cake specifically because of the pineapple. Now that we're done with the pineapple, let's start making our cake. I'm going to start off by making the bottom of our cake, which of course when it's turned upside down is going to be the top. So that's why it is pineapple upside down. And I'm going to start off with a 1/4 cup of butter. This is unsalted butter, and I'm going to melt it and we'll proceed. So my butter is melted. I did this in my microwave, and to that I'm going to add my light brown sugar. Mix together until it is very well combined and looking like this. So I have here a 9-inch baking pan. I'm going to pour my sugar and butter here, making sure I get every little bit out of that. Going to spread this on the bottom of my pan. Try to make it as uniform as you can. Now we're going to put our pineapple rings over the sugar and butter mix. Try to let them hit the edge, just like so. So you want your rings to be touching the sides of your pan just like it is right here, and you want them to also be touching each other, so laying right next to each other. For the very last bit, depending on the size of your pan, this is all that I can form in here. So I'm going to put a half of a pineapple because I want more pineapple in there. So in the middle, I'm going to put a half of a pineapple, just like this. I'll be placing some maraschino cherries in the middle of every ring, and I always make sure that they are pat dry because they come in a syrup, and I've realized that sometimes when you bake with it and it has a little bit of moisture, because the syrup of course is going to pick up the color of the cherries, you end up with some streaks on your cake, and this is the top part of your cake. You want it to be beautiful, so please pat it dry before you do that. So all my cherries have been placed here like they have to be. I have set that aside. In a mixing bowl, I'm going to put here 3/4 cup of softened butter, and we are going to be making our cake pretty soon. I've set that aside, and now I'm sifting my flour together with baking powder and salt. Going to whisk our sugar and butter. That is our white sugar. You want to cream this until your mixture becomes light in color and fluffy in texture, which is approximately 4 to 5 minutes. Now we are going to add in here 3 large eggs. Whisk until you get a very smooth texture. Then add in your dry ingredients. Add in your pineapple juice. If you are using pineapple from the can, you can just save some of the juice that it comes in and add that in here. If you are using fresh pineapples like I did, you can juice some of the pineapples that you are not going to use and mix it into your batter like I'm doing. Add your vanilla extract and mix it. Now pour this into your pan over your pineapple rings and sugar and butter mix. Spread this out to cover all your pineapples and everything that will form the bottom or the top of your cake, depending on how you're looking at it at this point, just like this. I've preheated my oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit and I'm going to be baking this in it for 40 minutes. Your cake should be done in 40 minutes or when a toothpick inserted in the middle of it comes clean. I let it sit on the cooling rack for about 5 minutes to cool off, and now I'm going to cover with a plate, flip it over like this, and once you slowly peel off your baking pan, you should find this gorgeousness there. How beautiful, how gorgeous. And the aromas hitting my nose right now is just irresistible. I just want to cut a slice of this cake right away. But of course, you want it to cool off before you serve it. It doesn't get any better than this. Just look at how beautiful. And this, I can guarantee you, is going to be a hit with everybody you serve this to. So good. Well, let's cut into this and see how we did.
Delicious, yeah, yeah. Delicious, da-da. Delicious, yeah, yeah. Delicious, da-da-da. Delicious, delicious, da-da. Delicious, yeah, yeah.
This is perfect on its own, but if you want to indulge, I would say add a little bit of vanilla ice cream to this. So good. How gorgeous. Just look at this. I know you want to have a piece of this, and I wish I could share this with you. Try it. You will love it. Thanks for watching. Please like and share this video. And until I come your way next time with something delicious, be loving, be kind, be happy.
Delicious, da, da, da.